Hello and welcome to the Association for Creative Industries webinar, How Your AFCI Membership Saves You Thousands, an introduction to Savings for Members. The webinar is an hour in length and will be recorded and made available shortly after the presentation. Before we begin, I would like to remind the audience to please feel free to submit questions throughout the event via the question chat box on your webinar toolbar. Our speaker will leave some time at the very end of the presentation to address questions. For any Zoom-related questions, please use your chat box and I will help troubleshoot. Now I would like to pass it over to Melissa to introduce herself and Savings for Members. Please go ahead, Melissa.
Hi, thanks for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Melissa Foam, Savings Consultant Manager at Savings for Members. I've been on the team for about 3.5 years, and I manage the relationship between members of AFCI and the vendors that we're partnered with here at Savings for Members. And these are new benefit programs that you guys have access to as members in your group. So before we get started, just wanted to share a fun, short little video. It'll break down what Savings for Members does and who we are. So we'll start that. All right, so Savings for Members has been around for about 13 years or so, and we're partnered with over 150 or so other organizations, associations, and co-ops just like yourself, however, among a variety of different industries. So anywhere from automotive, HVAC, construction, home services, retail, manufacturers, distributors, and several others. With all the buying power that we have, we've been able to negotiate discounted pricing on your behalf from a variety of vendor partners. And the ones listed here today are just a few of the vendors that we work with that you have access to as a member and no additional. Are all in place to help you lower your operational expenses at your businesses. So what does it look like to be a member? Well, just last year, we saved members over $22 million with our independent businesses. And below, you'll see an average savings a member typically sees within each category. Something to mention as well are these programs are not a one-size-fits-all. So some members may benefit from some programs, whereas others may not. And as you all know, business is constantly changing. So a program that may not seem like a good fit today may be worth looking into down the road. So what do you have access to? As I mentioned, I manage a team of savings consultants whose primary job and goal is to create awareness, increase participation, and educate members on benefits they have available. Our team is also your main point of contact with any of the member benefit programs as they facilitate any and all communications necessary between yourself and the vendor to make sure you're connected with one of our vendor reps that we work with in order to receive the correct pricing and information that we've negotiated on your behalf. Our team will also handle every detail and ensure that the process is as seamless as possible from start to finish. Now I'll go more into depth on the programs and details of the top savings programs we have determined to be best fits for businesses within your industry. And first up is our program with ADP. Most of you know them probably as a payroll processor. However, they can also offer out many other solutions such as HR, workers' comp, liability insurance, 401ks, health benefits, and much more. And it all seems to be a really hot topic within your industry right now with insurance. So wanted to highlight this program for you today. And if you are already using ADP and not on the program yet, we can typically save you some money on that existing account as well, just for being a member of AFCI. Next up are our shipping programs. We have solutions for small pack and freight, as well as a small package auditing program. Shipping tends to be a pretty high expense for businesses, so we have discounts available no matter what your need is. And if your business is already shipping out small pack on a daily basis, either through UPS or FedEx or a little bit of both, I encourage you to take a look at the auditing program with Lamprey Systems. What they do is track and monitor all of your outbound shipments on your behalf. So they'll make sure everything's arriving on time to destination. Even if a package arrives 30 seconds late to destination, or if it has the wrong address, if it was misbilled for some reason, Lamprey will be the ones to take care of that and place the claim to either UPS or FedEx to get you money back on that shipment. And then next, we have a solution to help reduce your waste and recycling cost. It's called Waste Focus. They're actually a broker and not a hauler, so there's no need to change your current hauler unless you're not happy with them or just wanted to look at other haulers in the area, see what kind of pricing that they might offer or what our team can negotiate on your behalf for you. As long as you're spending over $200 a month on your waste and recycling bill, our team at Waste Focus will complete a complimentary savings analysis for you to see if they can lower any of your costs. They'll look at the size containers that you have in place, how often they're being picked up, and they'll consult you from there. In most cases, members are seeing up to 40% savings on their bill. Unfortunately, if you're located within a city who contracts the waste haulers out, you won't qualify for the program. And then lastly, one of the top programs, I'm sure you guys all accept credit cards as a form of payment from your customers. We work with Card Connect for merchant processing. Our team at Card Connect wants to be the last processor you will ever have. Less than 1% of our total membership leaves once they're enrolled in the program, which is really unheard of since industry attrition rate is around 40%. Our team will complete a free non-committal savings analysis for you. They want to make sure that you're in the best possible spot when accepting credit cards. And our team will act as that second set of eyes, if you will, to ensure that you're maximizing your margins when accepting credit cards. And typically, our program is cutting rates by about a third. An average annual savings has been around $7,200. And if you haven't looked into this in a while, I encourage you to do so. All our team needs from you to complete an analysis would just be a current copy of a merchant statement. And then I just wanted to share with you guys a couple examples of how members like you have cut their expenses in more than half just within a couple of our programs. ADP is a perfect example to look at, especially since we had brought it up a little earlier. Several members that I speak with like doing payroll in-house or think that they might be too small with employee count to outsource. However, that's not always the case. Outsourcing through our program with ADP can probably save you quite a bit of money, especially these numbers here. It cuts it in more than half from our research, what we found with members, and it'll save you a lot of time. You're never too small of a business to outsource your payroll. I've seen members that just have themselves and one other employee on the payroll, and they're outsourcing with ADP today. So always recommend looking at all the options you have. You just never know. And then how does this all work? So it's actually pretty easy. We have a dashboard that has all the savings programs on it that you can view. It's at mysform.com. Once you go to that website, it'll have all the programs there. You can search in the search bar, select the programs that you're interested in, and then submit your choices. Our system works in real time, so once you start submitting programs that you're interested in, One of our savings consultants will receive the request and reach out to you to follow up with the next steps in order to provide you with that appropriate information that you requested. You can also contact our team directly. We have an 800 number you can call that'll come directly to us. You can email, or we have a chat feature on our website as well. And then that concludes the webinar. Just wanted to open it up for any questions that you all might have.
Gina asks, do you have any health insurance benefits?
Yes. So through ADP, they do offer out health insurance benefits. It's through ADP Total Source. So as long as you're outsourcing your payroll and you have a certain amount of employees on hand that are utilizing health benefits through the company, you would most likely qualify for that program. There's a lot of determining factors with it, but we'd be more than happy to at least, get a conversation started with you and our national account rep, Jeremy Dyer, and you guys could take it from there. They do work with, they're able to actually go out to all these health insurance companies on your behalf to get the best pricing for you guys too, so.
Can you talk a little bit about the gas savings or the fuel savings?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we work with the WEX fuel cards. They're a universal fuel card, so they can be used at over 90% of gas stations across the country. But then we do have brands within WEX that we are partnered with. So for example, if you have Exxons and Mobils in the area, if you were to stop at any of those brands, you would receive an 8-cent discount off each gallon for the first 12 months, and then it drops down to 5 cents off each gallon for the length of the card. However, there's flexibility, so you're not just stuck going to Exxon or Mobil. You can use it at any other brand pretty much in the area. There's no card fees, no interest. That's all waived through your membership. And if you already use WEX, we can link you up to the program, waive all those card fees, and probably get you added discounts on there too. And then WEX as well, you don't have to have a fleet of vehicles. You can have one company vehicle or 1,000 company vehicles. That one is a pretty, is a good fit for almost any business with vehicles. And then you would have access to a whole online suite of tools. So you could track miles driven per vehicle. You could, see how many gallons are being pumped per vehicle, set fuel limitations per vehicle. So if you had some part-time employees that you wanted to give a card, but kind of, wanted to make sure that they weren't overspending or fueling up their own personal vehicle, you could put limitations on those cards as well, just to track all of that. No more like gathering receipts from your employees. It eliminates a lot of like time sucking things, if you will.
Awesome. Anyone else have any questions? Okay. Awesome. Well, I'd like to give a big thank you to Melissa for sharing the great benefits our members can utilize. A recording of today's presentation will be available on the AFCI website soon. And thank you to everyone who attended today's webinar, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks so much.